you guys had a 3-0 lead, you all said the job wasn't done. It is now done. How much do you celebrate versus how much do you look ahead?
We can celebrate for the night, but then after that, it's right back into getting refocused, obviously recovery, and watch this. You know, there's a heck of a battle out west, so we gotta, watch that and come prepared.
The way that you guys played since April 23rd, minus the 2 losses to Atlanta, it was another level. What allowed you guys to get there?
I just think the selflessness. We got high character guys that are willing to sacrifice for each other. When you got guys that do that, the sky's the limit.
At a point in this run, did y'all know this was possible?
I don't know. That's for y'all to think about. We're trying to take it one game at a time. I know it sounds cliche, it sounds old, but that's really what we're doing. Because if you don't do that, you look forward, you lose where you are in the present, and that's when you drop games, you lose games, and now you're not where you want to be.
Well, Josh, I hope you enjoy the celebration. We'll see you in the next round.
Appreciate it.
Well, the finals, excuse me. How does that sound?
Man, it sounds great. Glory to God. Glory to God, that's all.
Thanks, Josh.
Their approach has been immaculate. The execution has been perfect. Hart tonight, guys. Only scored 6 points, but Allen 11 boards and 6 assists.
The 11 boards, right? Like, so you have that. You have Towns is 14. The Knicks out-rebounded the Cavs 60-33. That's an incredible number. And Josh Hart, as we know, whatever's needed today, that's what he does. He had to score in Game 2, and he did that, knocking down shots. This was a big rebound, extra effort, 50-50 balls, right? That's a big part of what he does. Some of it you don't see in the box score, but Josh Hart is that guy that it's whatever is needed tonight, that's what he brings.
Didn't you think it was interesting, his response when Monica asked him, did you guys think that you guys could do what you're doing right now, that you thought it was possible? He almost had, it almost seemed his answer was, he said it's up to you guys, but it almost felt like he was like, you know what, I'm not sure. And it feels like this team is doing things and guys are playing at levels that I'm not sure they expected to. I don't want to speak for them, but the performance, the amount they're winning by, the consistency defensively and offensively, a number of guys that are stepping up, how well the system is working, for all those things to be going right, I kind of felt like his response was, no.
You remember The Matrix? Remember when Neo suddenly saw the ones and zeros?
Yeah.
It's almost like that's what Josh Hart's doing right there. He's
exactly.
like, oh, yeah.
It's all really happening.
I see it now.
All right, so here's the celebration post-game for the Knicks as they're going to the NBA Finals.
Is that thing?
It's a heavy trophy for sure. It's a heavy trophy.
Earlier today, Mike Brown started his press conference talking about the sacrifices that each of you guys made. Can you just share a little bit about that from this season's run?
I mean, just willing to do whatever it takes. If it's stats that you're usually used to getting and you're going to have to to sacrifice for this moment, believe in the chaos, and believing that everything that we're building is going to work at the end. And this team has done an amazing job of sacrificing, becoming the epitome of the word. And people like Josh Hart right here and everybody in this team has sacrificed for the betterment of this team. And because of that, we have a chance to accomplish the ultimate goal.
How do you feel? You're an Eastern Conference Finals champion.
Yeah.
You have the opportunity to play in the finals.
Yeah.
How do you compartmentalize celebrating what has been accomplished, but also looking ahead?
I mean, just enjoying the moment, but understanding that tomorrow we got to get back to work. We already all had that conversation on the bench. Me and JB communicated that to everybody. We want to enjoy this moment. You never know what life has in store for us, but what I do know is that this moment's here for us. This moment's here for New York. And I grew up in the area, and for me to be able to see the word hope back in the city, something that's been escaping the city for a long time, and to be part of this team that's reviving that word, it means a lot.
Well, Cal, we want you to celebrate, but we also want to see the trophy before you leave.
Can you say hi to my mom? Hi, Mom.
Thanks, Cal. Congratulations.
Appreciate you.
All right, guys, thanks. Cat is so easy to root for.
Yes.
In fact, the whole group is easy to root for. That's a part of this that makes this even more special. Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Cat, OG, Mikal Bridges, up and down the line, approachable, humble, and just great guys.
It starts with good people, right? It starts with, I also think that what Leon Rose,
parents, help.
raised well, of course, but what Leon Rose assembled was not just a team of talent, but a team of high IQ players. pieces that fit, and you could just see it was a very methodical approach and what he knew he needed. And it started with something that when we did all these shows all these years, and I kept saying point guard, point guard, point guard.
Yeah.
And then they found a winner in Jalen Brunson. And it starts there, and then you get winning DNA, so Villanova guys. So again, Josh Hart. At a time there, it was Dante DiVincenzo. Mikal Bridges. Those are the pieces. You need another star. You go get Karl Anthony Towns, a former #1 pick. Like the OG Anunoby and Bridges being the wings that you need to win when you're going to beat teams like Boston, when you're going to play against teams like Oklahoma City. You've got to have good, strong wings. It was a methodical build. And even this offseason, wasn't done yet. Had to add to the bench, had to build up the bench, had to get a little more depth on this team. And a head coach who was using that depth and developing that depth to a point where when you needed it, they were ready. This has been a methodical build. Leon Rose has started. And now it's a team that's in the NBA Finals 6 years after he took over.
Well, how about that? And how about the power of, and you know this, when you played, look, you were a good player when you played. But when you put a guy out there next to you that made you better, the impact of what that is. And then I think what we're witnessing is that being magnified where every guy out there is making the guy next to them better. They're complimentary. To your point, really well done by this front office, by Leon Rose, by Worldwide West. These guys apparently know what they're doing because the complementary nature of a five-man team versus this isn't some guy running a sprint. This isn't someone swimming their race. This is 5 guys out there at a time. And when there's a complementary nature and they're raising each other's level and they're inspiring each other and they fit skill set-wise, I'm not sure how else you could possibly have an 11-game winning streak in the playoffs like we've witnessed unless that was the case, unlike any time we've ever seen in NBA history. And so it's been fun to watch, but it is the power to me of team sports at its finest when the guys next to you are making you better.
And I think another thing that's so impressive is this is the first-year head coach, too.
Right.
Normally, this takes a little bit of time to develop this kind of chemistry in a locker room with your guys. But, you know, Coach Brown and the staff has done a good job of, as the team hit their highs in the regular season, then hit their lows, they kind of learned from each ups and downs. And by the playoff time, remember, down 2-1, it was getting a little dicey and a little hairy for everyone, players and coaches included. And this team had that bond and that connection to come out of that tough time. And we're seeing a really, really connected, strong team. And I just really believe in this team because I know they know their work isn't done. That's the biggest thing.
You heard OG say it to us. It was the first thing he said.
They've accomplished a lot. The fans are pumped. We're pumped. We haven't seen this in however long, since '99. But if you actually win the whole thing, then you become like immortal.
They understand that,
like you become, and this team gets that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think this locker room, this team, they get it. They're not done yet.
Guys, the bench was fantastic tonight.
Yeah.
Big plays presented by Four Leaf Credit Union. You had Deuce with 11, Mitchell Robinson, 8 points, 10 rebounds, and Landry Shamet. What else can be said, guys, Alan, about Landry Shamet? 16 points. He's 11 for 12 from 3 in the series. He's 17 for his last 20 from 3 overall.
He's the best bargain in basketball right now. When you consider that they signed him as a veteran guy, you had no idea if he was going to play or not. He wanted to stay here and be part of this. Dealt with an injury early on, fought his way through it, fought his way back. And the shots that he made. I'm sorry, guys.
This is ridiculous.
Novak, you're a good three-point.
Can I talk about the three-point shooting?
Empty gym alone.
Is that good?
How's the plus-minus, fellas?
You know what? You make 11 for 12 from 3, which, for those of you keeping track, the threes are worth more than 2. No, but in 17 for
Steve
20.
Can.
Listen, I will claim this man as my son. The way that he shot the ball, and let's talk about the one that bounced in. Bounced.
Oh, yeah.
How big was that
in
game one? You just think about if that one doesn't bounce the way it does. And so when you said earlier in the show, a team of destiny, it's not being dramatic. It's saying, look, you can step on a line or not step on a line. You can make a shot or miss a shot. The ball can hit the rim. Let's go back to Tyrese Halliburton's shot. Let's remember the pain.
Let's not.
No, because do you not think that that's a big part of what we're watching when you go through some pain?
Of course.
So when you see Landry Shamet's shot bounce, and go in, and you realize, hold on, this may be a team of destiny. And when we've talked about the numbers, it sure feels like it might be.
And Sam Merrill's game winner around and out.
Oh, yeah.
That helped, too, in Game 1.
I told you that loss was going to be backbreaking.
Clyde Frazier has compared the current Knicks to the 1973 champion Knicks. Clyde on hand in Cleveland, and he's standing by now to chat with Monica McNutt.
The Knicks are going back to the finals. First thought.
I'm mesmerized by how they're doing it. I mean, just blowing teams out. No one thought we would be sweeping like this. So I think the way they're playing now, it doesn't matter who they play. I'd rather play the Spurs because we have a record against them. We're very positive, but I'm very optimistic the way they're going.
So many of the stats, Clyde, in terms of 11 straight playoff games, the way that they've won closeout games, they indicate qualities of a championship team. What do you see having been a champion in this organization?
Yeah, because in the playoffs you have to get better. Every game they've gotten better, and right now they have 10 guys that are thriving. No matter who he puts in the game, they've been productive, and you know that's what we didn't have last year. You know, we were complaining that the bench wasn't ready, but now these guys are doing a magnificent job. The defense is the catalyst. And, you know, Brown, when he came, he wanted pace and space. But that's one thing the Knicks didn't do. But the last 11 games, look how they're getting up and down the court, moving the ball. Just uncanny.
Yeah. For you to be a part of the trophy presentation, the Bob Cousy trophy, the trophy to Jalen Brunson, what was that like for you?
Well, like you said, it's been a long time. We've been waiting a long time to carry that torch on to somebody else, and now it's on Brunson. So if they're going to do it, he has to be the catalyst.
What do you see as the key moving forward?
Just keep doing what they're doing. The defense has been their best offense and the unselfish play. So that's all they have to do, stay healthy.
Thanks, Clyde.
All right. Let's go, Nick.